Guys, why is it hot over here? Guys, why is it hot over here? They removed hello from web, it's over. We discovered Oomphy is having audio issues, so I'm waiting for that to resolve.
Why am I doing that? I have a microphone. I have a microphone right here. Oh shit, wait. Oh shit, wait. I'm not on streamer mode on Discord, am I? Oh wait. Oh wait, you can probably hear Discord sound. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to so the Oomphy is having audio issues and having some technical issues. We're having problems right now. We're having some problems right now. Well, that's okay. I have some things to talk about. I have some things to talk about, so we're gonna talk about them real quick. Do I have a temporary scene that I can whip out, or do I just like go, or do I just like raw dog the fucking overlay? Oh, I don't have VTube Studio open. Oh, whoopsie. uh. Oh my god, I'm getting trolled by other such moves. Give me 1 second. Okay, we should be good now. We should be good now. We're here. We're here. Hi everybody. Hello everybody. The music has been cut. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone. Okay. Okay. So, so. Let's talk. Hello. Welcome, Gress and Dying. Hello, everybody. I'm here. I'm here on the computer. So, I found this video game. I found this video game at the swap meet at the store. It's got the word Paintscratcher on it, which seems to be the name of someone. Let's see what the fuck's going on here. Oh shit! I fucked something up already. This is my first time interviewing anyone. I'm gonna talk about me. I'm gonna talk about me for a little bit. Turn this fucking computer off. Where are you? Where are you? Turn this shit off. Okay. So let me tell you, since the technical difficulties are happening right now. I have not done an interview before, so this is new information to me. Treading new ground. We're treading new ground. We have a lot of buttons you can push. They're not on right now because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the issues to be resolved. Um, Thinking, processing. There is not as much as I plan to do. The people who are watching me set all of this up. I talked about having a lot of different things planned, but I couldn't get a lot of it done because whoopsie, scope. What am I saying? Scope creep. We had a scope. I had a scope creep issue, and now I'm like here reading some assets, doing a little fun John, getting silly with it. And next, and we're gonna keep building. We're gonna keep going. We keep going here. Uh, I'm checking to see if we're good. I'm checking to see if we're good. Are we good to continue? Are we good to continue? Joel seems to recall. Joel is ready. Joel is prepped and ready. Oh my god, the TTS. Okay, there's an issue. There's an issue, and I'm hoping my friends don't fucking troll me. Okay, Okay, okay. Okay, Discord issues, technical issues, technical issues. Are we good? Are we good? Oh my god. No, it's a Discord issue. Bro, we're being trolled by Discord. What the fuck is happening here? What is happening? It's not connecting. Where am I? Okay, okay, okay. I think we're ready. Or I think we're ready. I think we're ready, everybody. Time for the interview to be whipped out. Time for me to turn on all this shit. Okay, okay. So I found this game. I found this game at the swap meet. Let's turn it on. Let's turn it on and see what's in it. I've never seen it before. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that there are video games that are still that are still coming out on console that are thousands of years old. People seem to love this. People seem to love that type of thing. So, 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 so. So, let's turn it on. Let's turn it on. Whoa, what's that on the computer screen? What's that on the computer screen? Let's go to the game. Let's play the game together. Oh my god, we're in the game. I wonder if there's anyone here in the video game that I'm playing right now on twitch.tv/saladforest.
Nope.
Oh cool. Oh wow, they're the guy. They're the guy on my screen. What's going on?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm just kind of a guy.
What's your name?
Robert.
All right, all right. Tell me a bit about yourself.
I'm from Alaska. I chill.
Tell me about that.
Uh, well, chilling involves making music to an extreme degree.
Nice. Nice.
I can't stop making music. It's kind of an addiction.
Tell me about the type of music you make. Talk to me. Explain it to me in rate your music terms. Like you're explaining to someone who's like in the know.
Uh, that's a tough question. There's a lot of shit. I do drone, but like drum and bass and stuff like that too. I do like noise rock. Uh, I do stuff that makes rate your music genre lookers gawk. They gawk at my genres.
Well, what have you been up to recently? Like, what type of music have you been up to recently?
Um, Mostly like noise rock. Noise rock. I've been making a lot of really oppressively loud stuff.
All right, all right. Can you tell me what it's like? What can you explain? Can you also describe it in terms of someone who does not go on rate your music, someone who's just like chilling out and someone you run into at like the store.
Adult Swim bumper music thrown into a blender.
Can you
Like that's the best way I can describe it.
can you give me an example of an Adult Swim bumper?
No.
Well, I'm envisioning like you explaining this to let's say you're explaining your type of music to a middle class to a middle class woman who shops at Target and gets them drinks there, gets them Olipop there, who doesn't really know what Adult Swim is. She has a child who like who's been on the computer, but doesn't really know what these words mean?
The music you envision in your head when the Real Housewives get into a fight on the reality show.
Do you speak from experience? I feel like
Yes.
you're a Real Housewife
Yes.
enjoyer.
Yeah, I love the Real Housewives.
Can you tell me your favorite wife?
There's so many. There's so many. There's so many. Fuck. I don't know. Hold on, let me look up the roster.
I've never seen Real Housewife. What's your favorite house? Oh, that's a good question from the chat box.
I don't have a house. I don't have a favorite house.
You should
I
probably
don't got one.
You should probably go to a house. You can live in those.
I think Nene Leaks. Nene Leaks. She's my favorite.
I see.
Real Housewives tier list. Yes.
Well, we can do the Real Housewife tier list after this.
All right.
But for now, you have to tell me what brings you here. What brings you to being on my computer in a video game?
I don't know. I just kind of ended up here.
Well, what are you up to?
That's it. Chilling,
I see.
smoking weed, the usual.
Are you by any chance on your way anywhere? Can we continue this conversation in the same spot we're at right now?
Yeah.
All right. Are you a NIMBY or a YIMBY? Asked by one of my Secret Servicemen.
Am I a NIMBY or a YIMBY? YIMBY.
All right. Someone keep that on tap. Do you have anything right now on your person? What are you holding?
Excedrin migraine and car keys.
All right. So you're a musician. You make Adult Swim bumper music with 5 million genres on Rate Your Music. Tell me about your current output. Tell me about the albums you've released so far.
Well, it's from the beginning of my career. I started out doing noise, just like straight up noise, like harsh noise wall, uh, using a lot of feedback in my own vocals. I deleted all of that. You can't find that on the internet at all. Good luck. Um, I I later then switched to doing like post minimalist stuff, like Steve Reich, like 30-minute long songs of me doing like tape loops and stuff. Um, then I switched to doing power noise and hip hop, which is a very, very weird career trajectory. And then drum and bass and mixed like glitch and noise into that. And now I'm just like mixing all of that together. Like I'm throwing that all in the blender. Like I'm just letting that all mingle together.
Breaking the illusion of the stream real quick. I'm bleeding real quick. Hold on. Give me 1
Oh.
second.
So how are y'all? What's up? What's up, friends? What's up, all y'all? How y'all doing? The sun is blurring in my face right now. I don't have my window covered, but it's alright. I don't. I don't get gigs. Yeah, there's not really a sizable music scene up here. It's kind of just blues bands that do covers of like ZZ Top in dive bars that kind of suck. That's the music scene up here.
Okay, I'm back.
The workflow for those, not in the know. I kind of just slap shit together in Ableton and it sounds good. That's I don't know how to go into depth about that. The dark gent scene, never. I'm never touching that. I'm sorry to say.
Dark gent theme. Is this real?
Yeah. Is it?
Is this real?
Do you think it's real? Do you think it's real?
I
Do
I
you
would
know of
I
it?
would believe anything I'm told.
I know.
Uh, okay, I just like had a realization something I can like do literally right now.
When's the
That would
Bluegrass
make this
album
like
coming?
an easy thing to do.
2030. Hold me to it.
Hold on, I can't like that would
Please
probably be
excuse my dark gents. What the fuck?
okay, okay. So how's your bluegrass? What are your thoughts on bluegrass album when you make one? When will you make one?
2030.
Okay, can you tell me about this project that you have not even started one or even started thinking about?
It'll be produced at positive 5 LUFS. There you go. It will be the loudest album ever recorded, but it will be bluegrass.
Well, that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. When will you make it total? Oh dear God.
Um, that's 2040. That's 2040. I'm saving it until then.
Hold on, I just had an idea for like how to make these questions like more as they should be. So give me 1 second. Hopefully we're good. Okay. Does this work? I hope this works. I'm gonna start crying. What is broken? We're not making this into a programming stream. Okay. Can you give oh yeah. How do we know each other? How do we know each other? That's a very good thing to ask. Um so let me get the blood out of my mouth. Let me Okay. So we know each other because you joined my fucking Discord server and you just like sat there like a creature.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it happened. I just joined randomly. I appeared.
Well, we've been friends since 2021 or 2020. I'm not sure.
2020. It's 2020.
Okay. I know it was during the pandemic. I remember exactly what the context as to you joining is, but we're not going to get into that on stream right now because that is an inappropriate thing to do.
Oh, I think I figured out my problem with my audio.
We're having a bit of technical difficulties right now. So sorry everybody.
It's my wire for my headphones. They're broken. Oh well.
Oh, that'll do it. Oh, I know we don't need a question redeem. But the question redeem is something I can just like copy and paste for code. I'm literally just copying and pasting code from the prior redeem and just like putting it in here. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's like something that I can like resolve as I'm like fucking typing bullshit in. Because we already have this. This is like something that exists.
I don't have any electrical tape. I should get some.
Okay, it works now. You can, if you want to ask a question, there's a question redeem now. Let me get it out of this thing. Cool. We call this reduce, reuse, and recycle. We love to do this. We love doing this. Anyway, continue. What is it? We must answer.
Dasha, Space Ghost Perp, and who else? I gotta think. Varg.
All right. Also, I started sharing a window on Discord. You can just like there and you can hear people. Shout out SGP. Oh my god, what?
God bless, dude. God bless, dude.
Oh my god. Fucking need to interview Pat. The fuck? Hold on. We have a couple of viewer questions. We did go through this real quick. What is your sinister music inspiration, evil inspiration musically?
My sinister and evil inspiration musically. In what like just music inspiration in general?
Well, we're not getting a follow. We're not getting much on that, so we're just gonna say like what's the evil inspiration?
Evil inspiration. Grimes.
Why is?
I don't think it is.
What's your beef with Simpsons Wave?
Next question.
All right. Next question was from Kinski. What are you doing oh my god, hold on.
What are you doing differently on the new album for
Yeah.
work? What I'm doing differently is my music is better. That's what I'm doing differently.
Well,
it's the best thing I ever released. That's the difference.
Well, I must ask you this on top of that prior thing. Because it's more fun. It's more fun. I'm answering this fucking question, Paz. It's more fun if you can also engage.
Bodega order. I don't know. There's no bodegas around me. I live in Alaska. What would I what would I get? I have no idea. My implementation of noise into relatively normal music.
I must hijack the question. And hold on. I realize that you probably turn off the questions when I'm asking you a question. So give me a second. Answer that. Answer whatever the fuck Pat is asking.
Thought daughter.
All right. No more questions for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to hijack on what Kinski asked you because I am actually interested. I'm actually interested in this interview I'm doing. Oh my god, that's crazy. I'm joking. I'm very interested. I'm joking. I said actually interested because I like say actually randomly. I'm very interested in you, Robert. I'm very interested. I like look at you. I like look at pictures of you and I'm like, wow. I'm like touching it like the fucking like that one meme with the X-Men guy.
My wire just tore out. Oh great. Oh god. Oh no.
Oh, the police
My
officer.
shit's falling apart. Ah, I can only hear you in my left ear.
I'm not chilling. I'm just going. I'm just going, bro. Okay, so you said you're doing some new shit. Do you want to actually? Do you want a minute to fix that issue?
That's not gonna get fixed unless I fucking order a new wire.
Okay. Okay, fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. I didn't expect everything to go awry the instant I clicked go live.
Why did this happen just now? That is like the worst thing to happen, period.
So back to the question. Kinski asked you, what you did differently from the previous album to the current one. What have you listened to since your prior release to the current release? Well, not if you've listened to, but what have you done in, like, experienced or experienced or worked on or learned since that last experience to making the current album you have coming out?
That was a long question.
That was a
Could
very
you
badly
repeat
worded question.
it? Can you do that again?
What have you... Okay, so between your last album and your current album, have there been any releases or any events in your life that has impacted the way you just go about making something?
Yes.
Care to go into detail?
No.
Okay. Have there been any
That's-
musical inspiration that you would like to...
Musical inspiration? Stereolab. I listened to Stereolab for the first time finally.
Oh, which album? Which is your Stereolab album choice?
Dots and Loops.
I see. Prior to your current album, what musical inspirations have you had? Have engaged you into starting to what? But hold on. The interviewer is having an issue. The interviewer is having a question issue.
You good?
Okay. What initially got you into making music? Let's go here.
I listened to SD Leica back in like 2017. I like had the idea of like doing music for the longest time because I was like growing up in like the 2010s. I got exposed to like Lightning Bolt, Death Grips, Space Ghost Perp, Salem, all those artists, and they're all like super interesting to me, and like I'd never heard music done like that before, and that really like set me down the path of actually doing music. But what really ticked it off was SD Leica. Like I never heard music like that before, and it really inspired me, and I wanted to do shit like that.
All right.
That's it.
Rest in peace, SD Leica.
Yeah.
I actually showed. I was actually listening to that Harakiri like literally yesterday on stream and like the day before, and I introduced Twitch user paths to it. So yay! I'm happy that that album is forever, good for all. Someone asked if you had to choose another album title to make your username, what would it be? Breath Undying asked that.
That's a really good question. I have no idea. That's a tough one. I gotta think. Like, Unwound usernames are so passe. I love that band, but there's too many. I don't want to fall into the crowd.
It doesn't matter if you're in the crowd, you can just go.
What's that one Amnesia Scanner album? Another Life. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. I like that one. Another Life. Yeah.
The fun thing is I'm also named after something, but it's a song that I don't like that much. I know you know this. I don't know if
that's like
the general
that's like
form
the
knows this.
part. That's like the funniest part. You don't even like that song, but
like when I hear it, I'm like, the song is like so whatever. It's like not even a bad song. It's just like okay. Oh my god. But you have a very good album to be named after. You have very good choices.
I know I'm a genius.
I have to continue asking the question. How do you feel your inspiration and goals of music have changed since you started?
Well, for instance, like I started out doing just like straight up noise stuff. Like I say, SD Leica got me into like making music, but it was also like Yellow Swans. I heard that around the same time, and that was like my favorite album of all time for like a good few years. And that really influenced me in the noise aspect because they're more textural and more like almost musical with it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming what is your Yellow Swan album of choice? I must ask real quick.
Going places. I'm like the Fisher. I like the Fisher Price stuff.
Archibald asks, I'm just oh my god, I wish there was a way. I wish there was a way. I know Shindig has a like question in the corner of the screen thing, and I didn't think I would need something like that. But like now that I see this, I should defo set that type of thing up for the future. So this is I'm learning as well, everyone. But Archibald asks, I once heard you can read the chat. I don't need to read this to you. Well, actually, I'm gonna read it to you because other people can't see it. I once heard
There you
the
go.
thesis of noise be described as the result of a struggle towards self-actualization. Is that your take on it too? Do you struggle? Or do you approach it differently? Also, yeah, you're right, Archibald. I should do it for the bot.
Um, I do it. Okay, I started out doing music in part because I thought it would be good for like therapeutic reasons, and I still have that going. Like, I'm still really into doing music when I'm like down, when I'm like depressed. It helps get out all the emotions. So I think noise music is like the most raw form of uh emotional expression you can have in music, whether that be happiness, sadness, or uh love. You could do noise for all of that. It is an all encompassing genre. There's not really like one specific means to an end for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. What got you into making? What got you into noise music specifically?
Uh Boris.
Ooh,
Boris.
is there a specific album you want to point to?
Feedbacker.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, I fucking love that album. That like did so many things to me when I listened to it as a teenager.
It changed my like brain composition when I heard it for the first time. And then I heard Pink, the 18-minute long version of Just Abandoned Myself, and that was like I've never heard something so overwhelming in my life. Like it was awesome. It was like the true definition of the word awesome. Um yeah.
Uh, question asked by Kinski. Musical approach question. What is the Paintscratcher album process? Do you kind of have a set concept going into it, or does the direction get determined along the way?
It kind of gets determined along the way. Like for this album that's coming out on my birthday, December 8th. Um, it it formed originally as like a rock a space opera. Like I had an idea of like of a music album space opera about the about Voyager 1 and the fact like the main thing around it was the pale blue dot That would have been like the climax of the whole thing. But I scrapped that, and a lot of that same music, the same stylings for that album went to this. And I've been through a lot within the past 2 years, and I was just like, I'm deciding to take all the emotions, the shit that's happened to me within the past 2 years, and just put it on one album. I want it to be as like overwhelming and oppressive as possible. I want it to be cathartic for the listener. I want it to I want it to destroy you. Like that's the best way I can put it. But I also want you to like dance in some regards. I want you to like I want you to have fun while also being in sheer pain.
Understandable. Okay. Okay. Next question. Next question from me this time. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm pretty sure I already asked this. I'm pretty sure I already asked this, but I'm gonna ask again just in case because I may have forgotten. Are there any musicians? Have there been any musicians? No, wait. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Has there been a musician? Do you know what music is?
No.
Well, okay. What are there currently any musicians influencing your sound?
Current musicians influencing my sound. That's a Cherubs, the Goslings, Amon Tobin, Space Ghost Perp. A lot of mentions of him today.
This feels purpose just like all over the place.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's like extremely important. So, Cloud Dead and Ryoji Ikeda.
All right. I remember I remember you talking about I remember you just talking about cherubs like around the same time we met. I was just like we could just go and
Yeah.
yeah. Question from Greth Undying. Do you make multiple albums at a time or just one at a time?
Multiple albums at a time.
Can you tell me how the
Like,
process on that goes?
typically stuff that I don't think fits on the main album necessarily. Like, I just released a beat tape on Spotify. I don't really consider it like a mainline thing, but like all those tracks were made during the same time as the self-titled that's coming out later this year. They're made in the same sessions and all that. But they don't fit the vibe of the album whatsoever because of the stuff that I made there was like trap type stuff, like really cloudy stuff. I didn't think it fit, so but I also didn't think that I should have just like thrown it away, you know. Like I think that it could have made I could have made an album on its own, and so I did. Yeah.
Do you when you're doing that, do you when you're making the other album that aren't part of the main album, well, like when you're making the other songs that aren't part of the main album, do you go into them saying I'm gonna make this song for this album, or just go into it going I want to make a song right now?
I want to make a song right now. And generally if I'm like making a specific album, no matter what, I will be making it in the sound that I want for that album. Just like subconsciously. But sometimes I don't. I do it for like a side thing. Like it depends. It depends on the day, I guess.
When you're making the other albums with the extra tracks that don't make it on the main album, is there an order compositionally that you do it, or do you just essentially release them as compilations?
I essentially release them as compilations.
Do you have any extra albums that are going to be released with a date or anything, or not plans on that, or is it just gonna happen that they
Mm,
happen?
They just happen if they happen. Like, at this point, I don't think there's another album in me at this current moment.
Question from Kinski: is there anything about songwriting you found particularly challenging?
Yes. Uh, catchiness is not in my like making a catchy riff, making a catchy melody, doing stuff like that is not in my wheelhouse. I struggle with that stuff. I mostly do a lot of drony notes. Like, even in my high BPM stuff, the core of the song is a drone. I focus on drones mostly. And anything outside of that is very, very difficult for me to grasp.
So what do you say? Have you ever? I'm curious. Have you ever tried to make a pop song or pop type
Yes.
song?
Yes. Many times. It is one of the hardest things that you can do. Well, I love pop. Because I have a lot of respect for those musicians. It's very, very difficult to make a pop song that hits. I have a lot of respect for them.
Outside of this is gonna be my last question about this. Outside of the catchiness with that pop music tends to have, what else do you what do you say you struggle with making a pop tune?
Making the mix pop properly. Like, a lot of my songs are very oppressive in the volume, and pop is not, it's not privy to that. Pop does not handle that well. Yeah. That's the only other thing, I think.
All right. We have two questions from the audience. First one from Mike Mayer. Outside of music, does any other art or media influence you?
Yes. To an extreme degree. Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is a good example. Basically all of David Lynch's work influences me in some way. I've never really come across an artist that blends reality and dreamlike states together in the same way as David Lynch, and that really, really influences the surreal aspect to my music. A lot of it is very dreamlike, even if oppressive, and I try to get that on every song.
Dreams can be oppressive. I've had me some Grimes dreams before. Not to speak ill of Grimes, but I think I've talked before my experiences with Grimes sleep paralysis.
Grimes sleep paralysis.
She's there and she won't leave.
She's standing over you with a non-read book of the Communist Manifesto and purple hair.
I'm going to ask another question, another follow-up on that question, which is mostly to say some information here that I think is relevant. Before the stream started, I asked you what music should I play during the starting and during the stream, and you just instantly just said Silent Hill. Is there can I get your take on some Silent Hill influences on your music? Because I know this is like off the record type thing, but I know you've talked about Akira. I cannot remember his last name for some reason. It escapes me.
Akira
Yeah, Akira
Yamaoka.
Yamaoka having a big influence on you. Would you can you talk about that a little?
My synth work is entirely based off of Akira Yamaoka. I do a lot of I take a lot of sample packs and I manipulate them in a really disgusting way with my pads and stuff like that. I try to make them as lush as possible in the same way that he does. With his music in like Silent Hill 2 and 3, there's a lot of a push and a pull with the drony and somber pad work that he does. And I try to grasp that too. It's a very surefire way to make something very hypnotic and dreamlike. So he's one of the most influential musicians on me in that regard. And also drum breaks. He uses a lot of drum breaks, but manipulates them so that they're a lot more they're a lot punchier than usual. They cut through the mix very well, and I took that from him. I stole it from him. It's mine now.
Is there a specific song you'd want to point to by any chance?
I gotta remember the name of it. I always forget the name of the song, but it is. Hold on. I think it's Clockwork Little Happiness. No, it's Sickness Until Foolish Death. That song. That song has like the like lowest, bassiest kick drum I've ever heard in a song. It like kicks your head how low and dirty it is. I love it.
Next question. Have you this from Archibald? Have you done physical media distribution? What are some difficulties you've encountered doing so? How did you deal with them?
For both of the physical releases that I've had, I've been pretty hands off. Um, I don't really know the specifics of like the problems that the label owners have had making my music into physicals, but the last one I had was for the last self-titled, which was a 6-hour long album, and it came on 5 CDs. No, 6 CDs, I think. 5 CDs. 5 CDs. Um, and I think the main problem with that was it was the cases themselves. They're very hard to find. Um, the cost was surprisingly not that much. It was a small run. It was 25 CDs. But yeah. Yeah, I think there's still 3 of them up on Retrack Records. Uh it's $25. So,
Only 25?
yeah, it was only
That's
$25.
crazy. That sounds like something that'd be really expensive to produce, as Archibald also states, just because length.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it was as cheap as it was.
Next question is from Kinski. What's the most unconventional thing you've done with regards to instrumentation and or production?
That's a tough one. Okay, I produce at like -1 LUFs, which is not conventional in the slightest. I produce at like -1 to -0.5, which like that's shit that Dave Friedman does. He produced the first Massive Fermenting Dregs record. He did all of Number Girl. He did a few of the Flaming Lips albums, the Soft Bulletin specifically. Um he produces at a very loud volume. That's I would say pretty unconventional, because most music, from what I know, is generally produced at like -10, -12 LUFs, which if you don't know, loudness, it's loudness under frequency. It is the perceived volume of the music, not the actual volume of the music. So, yeah. I think that's the most unconventional.
Do you take? Well, I was gonna ask you to already answer the question. Whoopsie. Unrelated. Archibald, thank you so much for like linking shit. I fucking forgot to
I
do
appreciate
that.
it.
I fucking forgot to do that. We're gonna shout you out. Thank you so much. As I've said, first interview, there were some growing pains, but we'll get better with it. I have to ask, piggybacking on the last question, is there anything you do with equipment that you would consider unconventional?
No, because I don't typically use that much equipment. I only have like a MIDI controller. I have a guitar setup, sure, but like I would say shoegaze at this point is pretty conventional.
Ooh, a take.
I mean, it's been around for 30 years. It's been influencing like popular music since then. A lot of musicians like put the reverb and the delay before the distortion
No,
at this point.
no screwdrivers in the fretboard.
Nah, that's a Godspeed You Black Emperor thing.
I'm gonna have to stop for a little bit and say ad break. The ad break is starting off. We have in 35 seconds, so I'm going to. I actually did not consider what we should do during ad breaks. I can let you listen. We can answer. We can ask them. Very deep questions. Only for the ad break subscribers. We call this monetization scheme. I'm joking, obviously. Rock, paper, scissors. We can play fucking baseball for 3 minutes, but I don't think that's appropriate to whip out the baseball. But yeah, ad break now. We'll be back. You will be back in 3 minutes. Let's ask the give me a hot take. Give me a hot take for the subscribers.
A hot take. You
have 3 minutes. Don't get me banned.
Don't get you banned. I'm pulling up blanks right now. Oh, I don't like Gent. There you go.
All right.
Is that a hot take? I don't know.
I don't know. I've been trying my hardest to get into Gen 2. You know this.
I don't like death metal that much. I don't like death metal that much. I like doom metal and stuff like that the most. I like it when it's bluesy.
Ooh.
The best metal album ever recorded is the Electric Wizard Dope Throne. You cannot argue with me on this.
All right. We got our take. We got our takes. Oh, the ad break just started? Okay, well that was a free hot take. That was a free hot take. It was kind of perfectly fucking timed too. What the fuck?
Lukewarm takes at most, unfortunately. Whatever. I'm gonna skewer you, man. I'm gonna skewer you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I don't want to ask like too much of a question, like too much of a question while the ad break is happening.
Let's get another hot take. How about that?
Yeah, give me a hot take. Give me a hot take.
90% of industrial music is not listenable.
I will fight you. I will actually fight you on that one. The fuck?
I like Unstürzen die Nubauten, but besides that, I don't really know that. I don't really enjoy it that much.
Sorry. I'll ask Archibald's question. Pink Floyd just sold their music catalog for $400 million to Sony. Did they overpay or underpay?
Fucking underpay. Why 400 million? They're one of the most recognizable music figures in general. They should have sold that shit for like $1 billion. Like, I'm not even joking.
I would honestly. I'm like, part of me is like surprised. Part of me is like honestly shocked to hear that that it's sold for that much. Oh, what are your Pink Floyd hot takes?
Dark Side of the Moon is really bad.
Whoa.
I don't like Dark Side of the Moon.
Whoa.
I hate it. I actually hate that album.
Please, I need to know why.
It's boring. It's so boring. That's literally it. It's just boring. I don't vibe with it. My favorite is all right. My favorite Pink Floyd is Wish You Were Here or Live in Pompeii or Echoes. Those three. They're all interchangeable.
Making me cry, not naming animals. What's your
the one that Echoes is on? Yeah.
What's your Amagama take?
It's an album.
All right. Wish You Were Here is a respectable one. Drawing Over. I'm very happy I got to do the goof thing and draw over it.
I have met people who do not like that album whatsoever, and it like baffles me.
All right, ad break is over. No more hot takes. Welcome back, everyone. You missed all the hot takes. You missed scalding hot takes. Back to other questions. Is there anything you do with your instrumentation within Ableton stuff that's particularly unconventional? Ask Kinski.
My instrument, would effects fall into that?
Yeah.
I do. I typically run all my instruments through an obscene amount of effects. When I do like synth tones and stuff like that, I generally have the synth itself being a very primitive kind of raw tone, and then I mess with it using effects afterwards. Because to me, effects are like a major part of synthesis, and in my opinion, I don't know many people who use them to the degree I would like them to.
I remember you saying that this is once again off the record stuff. I remember you saying before that you like using was it the effect that come with Ableton, or was it something else that you said?
I use the effects that come with Ableton because they're some of the best effects that you can like just get. Like they just work extremely well, and that's like their whole purpose.
Have you ever attempted another DAW?
I tried FL Studio, and with my ADHD, I felt like my brain was falling apart. I couldn't focus on a single thing because the UI is too maximalist.
That shit looks
It's annoying.
That shit looks like Kid Pix. That is the only DAW I know.
It does. It does look like Kid Pix. It does look like Kid Pix.
The next question. My chat isn't working. Oh no. What's stopping you from starting an underground scene in Anchorage yourself? Asked Archibald.
I'm depressed.
Understandable.
I don't like putting myself out there.
You're putting yourself out there right now, Mile.
Yeah, but you can't see me.
I can. I'm looking at you.
Where?
Put on your
Where?
pants.
Where?
Next question. How do you determine if an album is done? What does it mean for you for a project to be completed? Ask Breath Undying.
It's just a feel. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than it's just a feel. That's all I got for you.
Well, Mike Mare wants to know about your persona, so tell me about that. Let's get furry with it.
Oh shit.
You're on the stream with the furry tag. You can't escape it.
He's kind of just me, but like a bear. There's not much else to it.
Hey yo, sorry.
I'm not very imaginative about that. He was originally blue, and it was very ugly. It was a very ugly design, and I regret ever having that. I like cream white for. I like cream white the most out of like basically all colors. And that's why he's cream white. That's literally it. That's literally it. There's not much else to it. He's just me.
Me when I cream white. Me when I go to the bakery and get a baked Alaska. Even baked Alaska.
You had to think a little bit there.
I couldn't think of any cream. The only thing, Claire. I can think of a cannoli, but those are brown. I can think of a tiramisu, but those are brown. I don't know what. The only cream I can think of is the rabbit.
Yeah. They don't have baked Alaska at the bakery.
I don't fucking know what a bakery is like. The only bakery that I go to are
Do you know what a baked Alaska is?
They set a cake on fire and they put it on the Cartoon Network and they
not a cake.
and they make you look at it.
It's not a cake, it's ice cream.
It's not a fucking cake. Why was it on the Cartoon Network? With the fucking Betty Crocker fucking I made a circle
It's
cake.
ice cream that has been set on fire.
That is so what? Okay, fuck baked Alaska. Fuck a baked Alaska.
It's ice cream with like a meringue that was burned. It's pudding. I'm stupid. I'm fucking stupid.
Pudding is a cake?
No, it isn't.
You hate me?
No.
I'm sorry. I need to I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Back to the interview. Back to the interview. Oh my god. I'm actually curious about the local scene now, which is have you ever engaged with the local music scene?
No.
All right.
No.
Have you ever talked to someone online?
There's nothing for me to engage with. Well, actually, I did like try to like join this guy's band. He was my guitar tech at my local guitar center, and he would restring and like fix my guitars for literally free. He was like completely chill. Then he added me to this one group chat on Messenger, and I saw that he was posting like stupid fucking like racist memes using like Squidward and stuff like that. Like the stuff that people found funny back in like early 2010s. And he was like the most lame person I've ever met, and that was the most I ever interacted with the scene.
All right.
I don't want to interact with these people anymore.
Question from Mike Mayer. What would a Paintscratcher show look like if you were to perform live?
The classic race skin. What would a Paintscratcher show look like if you were to perform live? I don't know. That's the thing. I really don't know. I do know it would involve a lot of improvisation because a lot of my music itself is improvised. Um, would Squidward be at my show? Yeah. Um, I generally think it would be like live visualizations behind me in a completely dark room while there's like oppressive noise and drone and like really heavy kick drums and stuff like that. I'm thinking it would be like dub techno from hell. That's what I think.
The boiler room set with hammers.
Yeah, the boiler room set with hammers.
Kinsky asks, let's say you were given full control over light. How would you handle stage presence?
Completely dark.
I got the lights that I was like, I can turn them off.
Yeah, literally.
Oh man, I like recently was exposed to like lighting people like doing lighting and like setup for that. And I was like, whoa, this shit is heavy. No strobe lights.
No strobe lights.
Whoa.
No. It'll be like an Autechre set where you're in a completely dark room
All
and you
right.
can't see anything.
Well,
Oh, that's another hot take.
well,
I'm not gonna state it.
oh.
You can. I
We had
mentioned
to wait for
Autechre
the
and
ad break
mentioned
for the hot take.
that. Okay.
We gotta monetize the hot takes, you know?
Oh yeah.
Is there any musician live show that inspires you like performance wise? Like performance like how the thing they're doing. How I don't know how to describe what I'm doing. Like visually.
Lightning bolt. So I wouldn't be doing the stuff that they do unless I form a band.
Can you
Not many people, not many inspirations for like presentation other than like Nirvana or Lightning Bolt.
go into detail about that for the people who are not in the know?
So Lightning Bolt really love playing in the middle of the crowd. They drag their entire setup into the middle of the crowd and like people are like barreling over the drum kit and like falling down and all that stuff and people are just like they're huddling around the whole setup and like trying to make sure people don't fall into it. It's like it like turns the entire crowd into like a pit of death and it's really cool.
The chat box has beaten us to the big elephant in the room of mentioning rally the news. How have they influenced your approach of electronic music? Are you going to be adding a lot of guitar work to your next thing?
Oh, I have a shit ton of guitar work on this album. Like Takashi Mizutani is my favorite guitarist of all time. Like that is not up for debate. He has influenced every single facet of my playing style. Again, oppressive noise, lots of atonal soloing, very much so liberal use of tape delay, tape echo on the guitar. Notched wah, stuff like that. All of that is just like taken straight from that guy.
Well,
Feedback. That's another one.
well, rallies has been mentioned. I need to give the context for the chat box. Everybody, hello. What was I saying? Rallies. Okay. Rallies is the band that you talk about all the time, and I talk about all the time, and Kinski talks about all the time. Everyone I talk to is very into this band. Tell me, what do you have to just talk about? Just talk about this.
I really don't know how to go into talking about them without getting you banned, possibly. So,
All right.
it has to do with North Korea. There you go.
Okay. Like,
That wasn't a major part of their story, but like everybody has to talk about
well,
them. Everybody has to talk about that.
I'm talking about like musically. I'm not talking about the political leanings
Okay.
of hijacking a plane.
Okay. um yeah, they're just like a they're kind of like the godfathers of noise rock if you really think about that. Think about it a little bit. Like they took what the Velvet Underground did on White Light, White Heat, and then just turned it up to like 20. Um, and they went to the logical conclusion of that kind of music instantly. Um, just very long, very repetitive bass lines on these songs. They go up to like 20, 30, 40 minutes in change. Um, they are extremely loud and they never recorded a studio album. They only have bootlegs and live performances, which are being remastered for the first time ever within these past couple of years. Um, this band is extremely mysterious. They at one point would only perform like once a year in like very small pop-up shows with like no warning whatsoever. Um, they were just a very strange band. And they inspired a lot of the psych rock that you hear today, like the OCs. John Dwyer has stated that Takashi Mizutani is his favorite guitarist. Um, and had they've had music in GTA 5. Like they are a notable band themselves.
They're in GTA 5.
Um, yeah, the Dream was in one of the radio stations.
Crazy.
Yeah. Um, like a lot of bands that are pretty sizable within the rock scene today are influenced at least in some way by them. Jack White of the White Stripes oversaw he Third Man Records printed 77 Lives remaster. They did all that. They had their own special edition of that album, and Jack White personally said, "This is one of my favorite bands." So there's a lot of love within like the actual music industry for those guys.
We love
I think that should say something.
we love Rally to the New. We love Rally to the New. Shout out to Space Funeral for putting them in.
Yeah. I didn't find them out that way, but a lot of people did.
So back from our tangent. Let's go back to production talk. If you could, if there were anything you would, sorry. Is there anything you wish you had known or listened to earlier that you think would have had a huge impact on you?
Stereolab. Stereolab easily. Um the use of like lounge jazz in a very experimental electronic sense kind of blew my mind, like combining these very loungy jazzy instruments with IDM and stuff like that just really like blew my mind. um and I want to do that at some point in some form. Amon Tobin also, the way he uses again jazz instrumentation for like drum and bass and like down tempo stuff, um again blows my mind. This guy is okay. There's a guy outside my window who just went the other direction down a one way,
Like walking or
like
driving?
outside my driving.
Uh-oh.
I just saw this guy pull out of KFC and he went the other direction down a one way. Okay.
To be fair, I
Um
would do that too to get away from KFC.
I mean, you can do it going the proper way.
Maybe. In a rush to get out of KFC.
I don't know what he just did. I don't know what. How did he not get hit? Whatever. What were we talking about?
Next question. Let's go to the next question. If you could tell like little baby producer you when he was first started, like anything, what would you say?
You're not good at straight up noise. Stop fucking doing it. You're not good at that.
When you
Don't upload an album the first day you start making music.
did you? Did you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Well, everyone starts somewhere. You gotta make you make an album in a day, I guess, and then you learn from that in the future, and then you just go like, okay.
It was so bad. I'm not uploading it. I deleted all the files from that era. Goodbye.
Be nice.
It was really bad.
Be nice to your past self.
No.
they're you
no.
now.
No.
Well, everyone starts somewhere. We gotta learn. We gotta learn. You started somewhere. Now you're here, being interviewed by the best Twitch streamer on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
So
Hello, Twitch streamer.
all of that got you here now.
Hello, Twitch streamer.
Hello. When do you happen to remember the process or how you felt when making the first song you ever made?
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That's it. I don't know what I'm doing. I hope this sounds good. I didn't even know how to export properly, so I like set it to like the max like sample rate that you can set it to in Ableton, and the file was like a full gigabyte. And I tried uploading it. I tried uploading it to Bandcamp, but it wouldn't let me. So I was just like, okay, I'll split the song up into 4 different tracks. And one of them was like 43 seconds, and it was the last one.
Well,
And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, man.
did you have fun though?
Not really. I was just confused.
Well, when did music production start to become fun for you?
Is it fun?
You do it.
I do it, but it's not like a fun thing.
Well,
It's not meant to be fun. It's like I enjoy it, but I'm not having fun.
I guess
You know?
I guess that's a better way to put it. When did you enjoy it from the onset, or did you learn to enjoy it over time?
I learned to enjoy it over time. I would say around 2020 is when it started getting like really fun or enjoyable. I mean,
There was a bug in out of my eye.
kill it,
I don't want to kill. I'm not evil.
burn it,
Oh.
explode it.
Question from chat. Archibald. What if you never released music, relied on fans to put together snippets and package it as official release with fan art? Do you think it would work?
Hell no. I think you have to have like a full album and like a career in like gone through music um to even get fans. It's rare that stuff like that ever happens. I don't know necessarily, but I can tell you that it would be like nigh impossible to make it work.
What are the feelings you experience as you make music? Ask Kinski.
Um, I kind of don't. Like, I kind of get into like a state of just like a meditative state when I make music, because I do a lot of improvisational stuff. I kind of just let my like subconscious guide that. I just let things happen. Like, I'm letting out emotion. I don't want to feel that emotion. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm letting the music do it itself.
Question from Gress Undying: has Alaska itself ever been an inspiration for your music?
Yes. All of it. This state is oppressively sad to live in. Therefore, my music is oppressive.
Would you like to talk about that or no?
No.
All right.
No.
Follow-up question. Follow-up question. Is there a specific person that has influenced you to make music, like in your personal life? You don't have to get too personal with it.
My mother.
All right.
She was very supportive. She would like tell me to uh she would ask me about like what I was making, what I was doing. She was never into noise and stuff like that, but she always supported me in it, and I really appreciate that, and I'm not going to stop doing it because she wouldn't want me to.
I believe this is the time to transition to the next segment of the interview. On if you are okay with that, or if you would like to continue talking about
Yes.
production.
Go ahead.
Okay. So now we've talked about music for quite a bit now, and now I want to just like have you talk about you. If like just talk about you, tell like about yourself, get to say something that you just want to say. Just so there's a place to say things, and you know sometimes you don't get the opportunity to say things, and it's like good to just say them out loud to an audience of people on the
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, can you tell me a story about something mundane that lodged itself into your head that you still think about?
Back in elementary school, uh one of our teachers had a pet snake, and that pet snake got loose and went into the vents of the school, and we could never find them. I just think about that often. Like, what happened to it?
Snack. I don't know if that. I don't know if that's mundane. That's like kind of the opposite of dull.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't have anything that's like mundane that I think about. I think everything that I like think about is interesting.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, that's how it tends to be. It's like at the moment, sometimes it's like, oh, that's just like for example, someone just said something nice to you one time, and it's like, oh, that's like interesting, that's good. It's because it's like a random person taking their time out of their day to say something nice, but you
I
still
don't
like think
really
about it later, and it's like, oh, yeah, that was a really nice
I
thing, and I
don't
still think about it. If it wasn't like a big event, it was just a small interaction. That's my
yeah,
example.
I don't really have any of that. I don't really have that. It's just kind of, I don't know. I don't really have a mundane life, I feel.
My glasses are falling off.
I'll pick them up.
Hold on. Oh shit, I'm breaking the illusion. My paws are falling out.
Oh.
Uh,
Whoa.
what is a musical experience that you still think about?
Guitar classes in high school. Um, my teacher, for some reason, had like a beef with me because I listened to like noisy music, and he would like openly state that like I just listened, and he like put me on blast in front of the whole class that I just listened to noise and bullshit essentially, and I was just like, nah, 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 the entire time. Um, every People just didn't like him after that point. I think about that a lot. Like he expressed complete negativity against what I enjoyed, and nobody liked that, and he got like in the worst graces for like everybody in the class. I think about that often.
That's fucking crazy.
I think about that often.
I've heard so many stories of people having like wild ass music teachers. I wonder.
Music teachers are the worst, man.
I've had
They're the
the
worst,
one I've had
most
in university were pretty.
opinionated people.
The one I had in the university were pretty cool. I was just really bad at the class, and they were like, "It's okay."
Yeah. He apologized and gave me an acoustic guitar that was falling apart.
Archibald asked, "Have you
I
two
just threw it away.
collaborated? What would you make? Me and you, Robert."
Uh, what would we make?
Well, you've asked me before to like. I forgot what you asked me before, but you told me to play bass, and I was like, I can barely play this instrument.
Yeah, I'll have a bass now, so you're replaced.
That's okay. I'm I'm not my musical inclinations have kind of died out a while ago.
Yeah.
Not because like well there's a story there, but that's for later.
Ooh.
I haven't made music since I was 18, I believe.
Yeah.
And I just kind of made like as I've said before, I was on some dark ambient shit. I don't know why.
You haven't made music since you were 18, yet you asked me for Ableton. Curious.
Okay, sorry. I haven't finished a song since I was 18. I do fuck around with Ableton, and I do shit in Ableton because it's
You
fun.
do
It's fun
do?
to just do things. It's just I haven't finished a song. But if we were to collaborate, what would you want to make?
Emo.
Oh, you know me so well.
Yeah.
But what kind of emo? Give me. Come on, come on.
Uh, like I don't. I like not emo violence.
Boo, boo.
It could be emo violence. I don't know. I don't know. Like you might do good. You might it emo violence is hard to do.
I know.
Emo violence is very
It's
hard to
so
do.
fucking hard.
um I've tried doing it actually. I like have recorded tracks of me trying to do it. It's not fun. It's not easy. Um I'd say like City of Caterpillar, that kind of stuff. Like post rocky.
Well, outside of music.
Yeah.
Well, I guess just in general. I'm like thinking about it too. It's like, what would we make if it was like anything? I feel like it'd just be a game or something.
It would just be like a game. Like I think it would an exploration game, probably.
Love exploration. Making games is hard. Making games is so hard. It's so fun though.
Yeah,
I've
I
low
agree.
I've low key not worked on the game for like a few days because I've been setting up the interview stuff. But
I mean, like that's
I'll
fine.
be
Like
back on the grind
you're
soon.
doing stuff.
Oh yeah, everything I do. Uh, I said that and I suddenly got like Steven Universe in my brain. It's like you do it for her. It means you do it for him. You go. No Steven. No Steven.
You do it for Jim. You do it for Jim.
Yeah. Back to the question. Back to the question. I asked about a musical experience, but what about like a? Do you have a story of an album you listened to and a feeling it made you feel that you still think about? Or a specific song?
I think he. My first time listening to Leaves Turn Inside You was like a spiritual experience. Like I still think about that first listen to this day. It was like I don't know how to describe it. It was like it was jaw dropping. Like it's really hard to put into words what I felt. I kind of have no like way of explaining it. It's just kind of an emotion that I couldn't describe.
Sometimes when you make sometimes I'm assuming that album has had a massive influence on your current work and output.
Honestly, not really.
Really?
I wouldn't say it's influenced me musically. I would say it's influenced me like emotionally.
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean because I've had that experience with a couple things. I'm pretty sure I've talked to you about
Yeah,
where it's like you can't put it into words. It just does something in your head. You get it in there. It doesn't want to get out of there, and it's like
Johnny Foreigner. Is that one of them for
not
you?
honestly not really. It's just like oh my god, this is so fun. I love this. This is like awesome. If I'm thinking about like a song that made me feel like a certain way that's just like this is kind of like brain altering changing. The first song that comes to mind for me is Beta Carotene Modest Mouse.
Yeah, the thing is, I still have not listened to Modest Mouse. That's the problem. I still have not listened to them.
They
I'm
have
afraid to listen to them. They're so depressing.
they are so they love them, love them. That's the first song that comes to mind. The other for me is actually no, the big one for me is just when I first listened to Animal Collective Fireworks Strawberry Jam, specifically Fireworks, that
Yeah,
song at the time made me like feel a way that I did not know anything could make me feel. And even
that's a
now,
good one.
I get
That's a
whispers
good
of
one.
that feeling when I listen to that song. And
Yeah, I feel the same way about like Leaves Turn Inside You. Like it's still there. Like the first listen stays with you in a
and
very interesting way.
yeah, and like concurrent listens like also just like still get you, and it's like it doesn't get you quite the same way the first time does, but it's like the song is now a part of me forever.
What would it, I know another one that had that like effect on me was Anna von Housewolf Dead Magic.
Ooh,
That album like that is like if you want to talk about spiritual experiences, you talk about Dead Magic by Anna von Housewolf. The Ugly and Vengeful is like one of the most bone chilling songs I've ever heard in my life.
that is oh my god, that is awesome. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I,
I think people underrate the album that came after that, All Thoughts Fly. It's a completely like instrumental album, but like it's still Anna von Housewolf. Like it's still her. She's extremely good at composition.
oh yeah, defo. Like she's incredible. She's like all her music is incredible. I remember listening to Dead Magic not that long ago. I think you were there when I did. I was like, oh wow,
Yeah,
like oh wow,
it
oh
it's
fucking god.
it's so overwhelming, and it's not like a heavy album, and it's not a heavy experience. It's just It's just the instrumentation itself just digs into your skull.
Tag someone
The
always.
compositions are like so beautifully dark.
Tag someone always on that
So
neoclassical dark wave shit.
she does it better than like most people.
I can't even say that because everyone, all of the like music in that genre is just like I cannot compare them in my head because like yeah I get the vibes are similar and the scene is similar, but it's just like I cannot in like any good conscience put like Lingua Ignota or Dead Can Dance like next to each other.
From what I know, Lingua Ignota does like she did it with like samples and stuff like that.
Oh my god,
Like she's not playing the instruments or anything like that. She's taking like samples of orchestral songs. I don't know from where, but she's manipulating them in a very weird and specific way.
well that's another musician for me that's like in my head like Obit
Isn't
and
it?
Die.
I want to like do like mention something. Isn't it crazy that one of the songs on Sinner Get Ready was in the top 100 on Billboard?
Right?
She was a Billboard charting artist, and she was making shit like that. Like, what the fuck?
Like the Billboard can just go. It just gotta go sometimes.
Like, I wish Billboard was like that more often. So bad.
Honestly,
Like,
now with like how music is discovered, I guess it just kind of tends to happen now with like the most random things. It's like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this now. I guess we're doing Deconstructed Club now,
yeah.
which is a nice thing for. But this is like a video. This is like some shit I would talk about in a video. But it's like it's nice to see how uh the internet has allowed for so many of these different types of music to get popular, even despite the fact that in the past they would not have been because there wouldn't be an audience reach as possible.
I think in general people our age and like lower, because of being exposed to so much on the internet, we're like we're like more predisposed to enjoying experimental stuff because we have more access to it.
Yeah, and we can
We
like,
have more exposure to it.
and it's like a lot easier to find stuff now because there's just the internet. We can if we like a song, we can just like look at more things and then just like go down a rabbit hole and find a bunch of music like that. You know,
Speaking of
if
Maya by MIA, she's another inspiration to me musically, not personally, musically. No, yeah,
we're
you understand.
we're not gonna talk about that again. We already talked about MIA on stream before. We can't keep doing this.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Why
I know
why
we
wasn't the last album? Why wasn't the last album? Why didn't it sound like that one COVID-19 song that she released? Why doesn't it sound like that? That song is like one of the most insane instrumentals I've ever heard.
the I've heard you talk about MIA a lot recently. Well, just like between us talking, it's just like how I'm just like very shocked how she as the past says being a top 10 debut, being an artist that popular with music that sounds like that is like oh my god.
I mean, I can get it for some of the songs on that album. Yeah, MIA released COVID-19. She's the reason why it exists. Um, XXXO and Tequila, I can completely understand like being a chart topper in some regard.
Yeah.
Born Free. Born Free is borderline.
Oh my
That
god.
that song like kills me. I was born free. Born free.
Oh my god.
Uh
I love. Oh my god. Uh. Oh my god. Music so beautiful. Music so lovely. Music so lovely.
music unite people. Heart.
I love music. Can we get a shout out on music? We haven't shouted out music for a while.
Yeah, shout out music.
Thank you, music. Can everyone say thank you, music? Oh my god, wait, Suicide like self-titled. That album also did things to my brain. I think of Ghostwriter and I think of Frankie Teardrop a lot, mainly because Frankie Teardrop made me like go like what the fuck when I first listened to it.
Speaking of Suicide, in that same breath, when she performed Born Free on Letterman, she brought Martin Rev from Suicide onto the stage. Like he was doing like his noise shit as Born Free was playing, which is crazy.
David
Martin Rev being on Letterman.
Letterman, let me on. Okay, next question. Back to the interview. Next question. Tell me a story about a person you still think about.
The first time I ever played Left 4 Dead 2, I was over at my friend Hunter's house back in 2013, 2012, around that. And it was 10 degrees outside. We had $30 and we took a 2-mile walk to the convenience store and grabbed like two 12-can cases of soda. If I remember correctly, it was Barks root beer and Coca-Cola. We were in the guest bedroom in their basement, and hold on. When we were coming back, I slipped on ice and I broke open like half of one of the cases of soda like on the street, and I got wet. I got wet from soda all over me. So I was like starting to freeze to death essentially before we got inside. Because of how fucking cold it was. And it was covered in just soda. And I we got inside and I was like fucking shivering, and I had to change into like overnight clothes that I brought over. Um and like out of nowhere he just whips out a pipe and a weed, and I smoked weed for the first time in my life and played Left 4 Dead 2 for the first time in my life with him for like 5 hours straight, just like drinking sodas the entire night. We woke up and we were both like hurling. We were both extremely sick from the amount of soda we took. uh I still think about that a lot. That was like one of my favorite nights of my life. Yeah.
The amount of Left 4 Dead stories people have is crazy. People our
It's
age.
it's wild. It's wild. Like that kind of like infested our brains back then.
I wish it still infested my brain. I wish I still. I don't know if I played Left. I haven't thought about playing Left 4 Dead like conceptually since I was like 16.
It's still fun. I with like a different group of friends, we got together and like formed versus parties, or like one group of people would be in a completely different VC than the other, and we would both like strategize on how to like win.
The Left 4 Dead keeps going.
Yeah, it was like we were actually doing like esports Left 4 Dead shit. It was fun.
When you're with your past back, another question with your past album, do you have a story associated with it?
No.
All right, and do you happen to have one with your current one?
Yeah, but I don't really think I should go into it here.
All right, and have you talked about have you talked about the process of making your first album yet? I forgot if I asked that.
Well, I mean, like I did talk about that earlier. I'd kind of just like threw shit together.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
question, Archibald. What do you think of the artists to soundtrack pipeline such as Danny Elfman, Trent Reznor, and is it inevitable?
Well, I mean, like going based off of what I'm doing right now, yes, I'm making a soundtrack for a Hotline Miami source mod, so I would say so.
Is there a specific soundtrack that you think about that inspired you in stuff that is not the Silent Hill 2 one or Silent Hill ones?
Amon Tobin, his Splinter Cell, Splinter Cell, fucking what? Which Splinter Cell game was it? Chaos Theory. That album is so insane. El Cargo has one of the best bass lines in music history. I've had it stuck in my head for years.
I think that's most of the questions to ask actually. But I have a couple more things. I well, actually before we like go to the ending part of it, before we go to the ending part of it, is there anything anyone in the chat wants to ask or how the you know, anyone in the chat wants anything anyone in the chat wants to ask before we get to the closing section of this? I'll even turn on the question. Wow. I'm like I'm like I'm like I'm like I'm like looking at something right now. Hold on. And then I'm looking at like I'm making sure I didn't break something. Ooh. Archibald asked, what was the worst review you've ever received? What was the best?
I don't really get that many. I'm not bragging. Uh, I don't get that many negative reviews. Like the worst review I think I've ever gotten was on album of the year. Hold on, let me go ratings watch these 12-year-olds. Review watch these 12-year-olds. It's a short one, but it it's this album is for people whose taste in music has rotted away because of being chronically online.
Right?
Uh um and the best one is way too fucking long, but I did get like a 9 out of 10 from Brad Taste in Music. He reacted to the 6-hour long album before he crashed out. Uh I can't believe I just said that. Uh he gave it a 9 out of 10 and said it was like one of the best paced long things he's ever experienced. Um he gave multiple tens to some of the songs I've made. He yeah. The first major review I've gotten was from an electronic music reviewer. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but he gave me an honorable mention at the end of the year review for his channel, and he said that um I don't really like noise or ambient music that much, but this album did something for me, did something profound for me, and I think more people should experience it. It was for the album Life and Death, which was one of the first ones under this moniker, which was really awesome. It was like the first taste of success that I ever had, and I think about it a lot.
Next, another question is from. Well, hold on. Before I go to the next question, actually. Oh, Do you find reviews on Rate Your Music and Album of the Year to be like different with what people reacting to you?
Well, yeah, because the listener base is typically much older
In
uh than album of the year.
really, I've honestly
Um,
never used Album of the Year.
album of the year is just covered in a lot of children. There are a lot of children on album of the year.
Uh,
Yeah,
I thought Album of the Year
a
was
lot of
older.
them don't know how to know.
I mean, like website age wise.
Album of the year is like mid 2010s.
Oh shit,
Rate Your Music was born in
2005.
early 2000s. The early 2000s. I think it was started in 2001.
Oh damn. All right. Well, yeah, I've seen Rate Your Music reviews for like that long. But speaking of Rate Your Music, because we seem to have a Rate Your Music infested chat room right now. Hello everybody, love you. Um,
Go rate my music 5 stars right now.
well I can. Well, let's link your Rate Your Music.
Artificially inflate my ratings now.
Do not do things that'll get you banned from Rate Your Music. The other question is, do you think Rate Your Music has influenced your following at all? If so, how much?
I think so, but like not to that much of an extent. Um, I don't know. I think people on Rate Your Music are pretty normal about uh music and generally. I don't really think they've influenced me that much, influenced my following that much. The Brad Taste streams definitely did. You go on my Spotify page and you scroll a little bit, and you can see. Well, a while ago, you could have seen a Big Baller B on the fucking recommendations, which is Brad Taste's stupid, shitty uh, rap alias that sucks on purpose. But I don't know. There's not much else to that. I don't really know where people come from. Honestly, they just kind of appear.
Rate Your Music. I know Rate Your Music for me has like gotten me to like find a lot of musicians that kind of makes me have the Rate Your Music taste as I've been told before. But that's okay. It's a thing. Come from
Yeah,
the
people just
void.
find shit.
Yeah.
People just find shit on that site. It
Yeah.
just happens.
Rate Your Music has been kind of like the best one for me to like find just to find shit.
Your music is extremely helpful to find music. It's kind of absurd.
My other prior means of finding music online have been kind of shit, but you know we're here now. So um okay, I haven't.
Vectroids and my fans also like, cool. That's interesting.
Oh, okay. So I believe that's all the questions the chat box has had. So I'm gonna ask. Sorry, the thing past is very funny. I really love this side, like sincerely, like you can talk shit about the users all you want. This is the best way to find wonderful people.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can talk shit so much on that site.
I used to be a really shit talker, but I like chilled out.
I love talking shit on that site because people like find it funny. Like people don't get offended by it whatsoever.
I like talk about music and like the way I talk about music sometimes. The way I used to talk about music was apparently upsetting. But you know,
Really?
maybe that's like I understand. I was a bit dismissive. I didn't mean to be dismissive, but it comes off as dismissive. I'm not gonna lie about that. But also it's very funny. It's very funny to type things and it's just type things and read things people type.
Yeah.
So let's get to the end part of this. Let's get to the end part of this. Is there anyone you would like to shout out?
Shout out VHS Midnight Style. Go listen to D&D. They just released it. Go fucking listen to it. It's really goddamn good. Listen to Haunted Disco. A very, very, in my opinion, one of the best albums of the year. Slacker rock, singer-songwriter stuff. Very dark, very depressing. I highly, highly, highly suggest you listen to them. They don't get enough attention, and I think people really need to start paying attention to them. Who else? Who else? I have to think. Go watch my friend Sage on YouTube. Sage Must Die. Very good YouTube video essayist. High quality videos. Very interesting topics.
Hope I'm really...
Yes, you are. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh shit, ad break is happening again. I'm gonna... Okay, let's make... we can delay. We can talk about recent releases for a little bit, then we can like ask the last 2 questions. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have ad break? Okay. 3-minute ad break happening right now. And what
More
are
hot
your
takes.
we can have hot takes. We can have hot takes, or you can just talk about like recent releases right now. Yeah.
Hot takes. The thing is, I like most music.
We don't need more Jordy Griep hot takes. Jordy Griep has been in my
Jordy
ears
Griep
all
hot
fucking day.
takes. This isn't a hot take necessarily. This is just an opinion I have. Why the hell are people so upset over TikTok like discovering music?
Ooh.
Why?
Ooh, that's a good one. Tell me more.
Like, they're artists you enjoy getting the bag. Are you like watching their wallets, making sure that they're broke so you can still feel like you can enjoy them? Like, is that it? Do you just hate artists being successful?
Call this gatekeeping.
I saw Duster on my Spotify. That's why I'm bringing this up.
Is Oasis getting back together a good thing, or did Noel just run out of...
Noel just ran out of money.
Anyone really been far and decided to look more...
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes. Did they cancel the show yet?
I haven't seen...
They should.
I honestly haven't seen I haven't discovered any music through TikTok. I'm like, TikTok doesn't show me music stuff actually. TikTok shows me like...
Okay, Forrest, you gotta understand. You gotta understand.
Hi.
You already listen to music.
Yeah, and I was the person recommending music on TikTok for a while.
I know.
I would so pin Black Country New Road Hopecore right now if I could. If it was a vibe.
My point is, you're not discovering music through TikTok because you already know about music.
Oh, I know a fuck ton. Well, I'm annoying.
Like,
I go rate your music.
Like
I'm annoying.
The people that discovered Duster do not know shit about music. The people that discovered Deftones again do not know shit about music. Like, they just got a resurgence in popularity because children online were like, oh, this is interesting. Like, if you already know about music, you will know any of the artists that pop off on there.
That is a fucking crazy thing to ask, Paz. We're running the ad break on that. Answer fuck very grief picking.
I would marry Cameron. I would kill Greep, and I would fuck Morgan Simpson.
All right. Welcome back, people.
That was very easy, by the way. That was not a hard fuck, marry, kill.
Welcome back from the ad. We have no more hot takes anymore. We have no takes. There are no takes left. We are out of opinions. They're out. So, any parting words? Any parting word?
Don't go to KFC. Don't go to KFC. Just don't. Just don't.
And for
That's my
my
advice for you.
for my trademark question that I'm going to end these interviews on, I'm gonna make this a thing. I'm gonna make this a me thing now. Is there Well, actually, before the final question, is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to just like share with before? Share before everything. Such
My
as
best album period. My best album period is coming out December 8th. Go like be on the lookout. I will be releasing singles every month. There will be a music video. I'm going very hard on this album. Please just listen to it. Spread it around. Spread it like a plague. Thank you.
uh yeah, the link to find the shit is on the pin. I'm going to link it again. I'm going to link it again.
There might be a little bit of a sneak peek
Yeah.
today.
It's not a sneak peek. We can just share. We can just stop edging and say what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yippee. We are going to debut a single from the new album after the interview ends. So you will be able
It'll
to
be
hear
out
it
later this month.
Yeah, coming out. The single will be the single. This is like an in-depth thing. Oh, actually, that's a good question. Can we listen to your music on stream?
How do I make that so that you can do that?
No, I mean like. Well, we're going to listen to it We're going to after the interview ends. I'm gonna play like the new single. I should have probably set aside some time to just like play a song during the ad break. Honestly, that would have been a better idea than farming hot takes. But you know, content, I guess.
It's content. It's content.
We love content. We're gonna watch me edit this. We're gonna watch me edit this VOD like in a few days because Archibald has informed me I must for the content
Yeah.
Oh my
farm
god.
that content. Farm the content.
But yeah, after the interview ends in a couple minutes, we're going to debut your new single, and maybe after that we'll just like play some songs and I'll like talk about some stuff, and
Okay.
that'll be that maybe. We love content.
Yeah.
We love content.
We love content. We love content.
The stream we will be listening to the song that will not be out for a few days, for a few weeks, for what end of the month, for like a few weeks.
For a few weeks.
Yeah.
For a few weeks.
So be sure to listen in. Keep your ears peeled. I don't know what the phrase is.
keep your skin peeled.
Yeah. Archibald is so content max. I need to get back on my content maxing. So, final question. Actual final question time. Final question time. Is there anything you'd like to say to someone who can't hear this but has had a massive impact on your life?
Fuck. Goddamn. Ryuichi Sakamoto. He is by far the greatest he's the greatest composer of all time, and I think I wish I could have told him that. I wish I could have told him that he was like God to me. That's it. That's all I have.
Thank you. So I believe we conclude the interview here. I want to thank you for coming out, and I want to thank everyone in the chat box for coming out as well. I have not done this before.
You guys came out?
Ayo? Ayo? Can someone type Joel Pride?
Please.
Ayo?
Please.
Sorry, Ayo to what past that? Ayo?
You will explode now? What the fuck?
My last interview. My first is my last. You gotta Joel Pride it. You
I give
gotta.
up. I give up. I give up. I'm not doing that. Joe Pride.
Okay. So yeah, this is my first interview. You know this. That's you're here. You know this. We're here. All the Joel do something, by the way. For all the people, for all the like Twitch brain individuals in chat, all the Joel you have access to, they like do shit.
Um,
Okay.
it's incredible that this worked out as well as it did without my audio was falling apart.
Yeah. It was at least good on my end with
I
the
literally
stream.
have no right channel in my headphones.
Probably figure what to do with that.
I'm just gonna get some electrical tape and tape the wire.
Understandable. I didn't expect there to be like I didn't expect you to be the one with technical difficulties. I thought it would be me.
Like this, it was fine like the day before. Like my audio was completely fine the day before, and then just all of a sudden it's falling apart like minutes but during the interview. It's crazy. Like God wanted me to fail, but I said no.
And now we are here. But yeah, this is my first interview ever. I was a bit tense at the beginning of it. I'm pretty sure y'all could tell. And we just kind of got into it, and it's like
We're cruising, we're schmoving.
there are things I have learned from that. There are things I have learned, which is I wanted to have more of the audience interaction, which was like the premise I had to begin with, but I just forgot to add it in. And I will investigate like a way to do that more because I I don't see many interviews utilize the format of just fuck around with Twitch.tv like with the screen. Unless I'm wrong. Unless I'm fucking wrong. Because I might be.
I think it was pretty good. I think it was pretty good.
Can you do the thing in talk shows where you say ladies and gentlemen, Paintscratcher, and everyone cheers and the band starts playing and camera zooms out where mics are off, you can whispering to each other, it's like, wow, that's a real relationship they got right there.
Can you have the band be the Gary Giga Gay back when they were doing like noisecore stuff?
Oh my god. Fling the guests around like a ragdoll.
What's your favorite?
I could honestly do that. I could do that. It would be very funny. I don't know how appropriate it would be depending on how people answer questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paintscratcher and noise and instruments disorder starts playing.
Oh my god. Like a different band. Oh.
Fling the guests around like a ragdoll redeem win.
Yeah, so for those of you who have not seen me before, who are watching and haven't seen me before, hi, I'm Forrest. I do very interactive things. The stream wasn't as interactive as they usually are. But, you know, join me again, I think on Monday, probably. Maybe tomorrow, honestly. Probably not Sunday, but maybe tomorrow. I'll have shit going on. I'll be working on some shit. Follow Robert on everything. Follow Paintscratcher everywhere.
If you don't, I will start burning alive.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing more interviews in the future with the musicians that I know, musician friends, and just reaching out to other people. And we're going to see how that all goes. I will, I keep saying like last thing, and there's like 5 other last things. I feel like Columbo right now. I have these buttons that I didn't use because I was gonna have like a bit. And the bit is gone. The bit is gone. No Big Red Jewel. I was hyping up the Big Red Jewel bit, and there's no Big Red Jewel bit.
I was like wondering when you're gonna whip out the Big Red Jewel.
The Big Red Jewel is right now, but the Big Red Jewel is dead.
The Big Red Jewel's over.
But listen to this album that's currently on the screen. It's pretty awesome. I've listened to this on stream many times. I play your music on stream. You know this.
Yes. And I appreciate it.
Listen to this. I'm here to upvote my friends.
I'm here to downvote myself.
So, any last words before we go and play the last song for you? I swear to God, if it doesn't play in a FLAC.
It should play.
No, if OBS doesn't.
Buy my music. It's Bandcamp Friday, so I get literally all proceeds. So all the money. I get money. Give me money. Money me money now. There you go.
All right. And I will say goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Of course.
And I will probably talk to you in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Lol. All right. Bye.
I'm gonna hotbox in my car actually.
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay. And now I'm alone. Hello, everybody. Thanks. If there's anything, I am open for critique. I'm open to hear things. We're going somewhere. We're going somewhere new. We're going somewhere new. If I can not have source issues. Okay. Here's the moment of truth. We can talk about it later, but I think you had a great. Thank you. We love to yap. Does this play? We're gonna learn if this plays. Brace your ears. I'm sorry. I didn't think it'd be that loud. It didn't let me add a limiter. Okay. Hear the song out later this month. Check it out. The links are pinned. Thanks all for coming out. I'm gonna leave you on this, and then we will, and then we'll raid into someone. All right. Enjoy the song.